All right, Thomas, how are you?
Jonathan, I'm doing wonderful. What do you got today?
All right, so let's talk about Nvidia, the 10-to-1 split that happened on June 7th and how it's gonna continue to influence and help people that are, looking to invest and looking to, look more into the company and what it does.
Well,
Um,
all right.
you know,
Well,
I
listen,
it,
we
it,
know
it
that the video is with the AI. Okay,
yep,
it's that's where it's going. We had a video on it not long ago, and now we got to talk about it again because it did split. But it's not only the split; it's the drive it has right now. I think when it split to 10-to-1, it was about $108, and now it's up to $135 and change. It's driving the S&P up, and that's what's happening. We heard about the Magnificent Seven stocks for a couple of years. Now Nvidia is just unbelievable. It doesn't have legs; it has wheels. That's how quick it's moving.
yep.
Um, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down, which I don't think it will. I see this stock, and listen, we're not professional stock pickers. Don't take our financial advice. We just read a lot and we read through the news, read between the lines. I see this stock possibly going 500 plus. That's where I see it, and it's going to happen quick.
They said it just passed Apple to be the most valuable company in the world. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that.
I mean,
So it
you have some personal experience on because someone turned it on to you a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, I've done very, very well with the stuff. This has only helped, and it's gonna, like you just said before, we're not stockbrokers, we're not, financial advisors, but do your research, see what it does, how it is helping and improving AI, their chips that they're using. It literally is used in all these new technology advances. So I can only see it helping and growing, but there will be competition, I'm sure that's going to come up. So,
Mhm.
do your research. I think this year alone, it's up 200%. Um, and they split because a lot of times stocks split because they're trying to get more people involved. So I would assume this is going to, continue to grow. But uh, do your research, see what you think about the company. They're the leader in graphic processing units, so that's a big part
Mhm.
of today's world. During COVID, all you heard was like the chip shortage, and all that. So there's a lot of great things that come from this. And yeah, just
100%.
like everything else, see how it influences everyday life.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that you can hop on. I'll give you an example. My folks, when I was actually cleaning out their house, I found papers. I think it was like 1996. They had 100 shares of Amazon at $6 a share. Okay. Think about that. 1996, $6 a share. Now that stock has split quite a bit, went up, in that time period in, the last 28 years. Okay. So I was real curious to see what that those 100 shares at $6 a pop would be worth today. I know it would actually be worth, well over seven figures. So just think about that. 100 shares, $600 investment, and look where it turns out 28 years later. Unfortunately, they sold it. So I didn't like they didn't benefit from it,
Dollars.
nor did I.
It's always funny. Like I remember when Google Alphabet was out there, and I'd be driving, and you would hear on the radio how they're thinking it's going to get to $500. And if you watched it over the last 15, 20 years, and you've seen what it's done, uh, if you get in on the right stock and you just hold it, it could be a game changer for you. So
Yeah,
it's not for everyone.
100%.
Some people don't have the patience. Some people get scared. I know most people that try to get into stocks, they buy and they make a little bit, then they put more in, and then as soon as it drops, they sell. Like they do everything backwards of what you should do. But it's I guess the natural way of thinking that you're trying to cut your losses and just walk away. But talk to your financial planners, talk about it with your family, see what's good for you. But there's a lot of opportunity in stocks, obviously mutuals, all that. Just have to find the right ones and you know think about what it could or can't do for you.
100% correct. Listen, money makes money, and that's the way you have to do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of young people out there, and even people that are from my generation, X, they don't have like a great savings. And you know what? You got to do it when you're young. Learn how to do it. Pensions aren't really around anymore. If you have a civil service job, yeah, but it's, I don't believe in 401ks. I think they're thievery, but that's a whole nother other conversation. So you got to learn how to, invest your money and take classes, read a lot on it, and that's what you want to do. And speak with people who have invested, talk to people who are senior citizens and living life, because you want to be able to have that financial freedom eventually.
It's good to hear both sides of it, like hear people's sides of the story that have worked well, and then hear the
Mhm.
other side, because a lot of the times what worked for people may not really work for you because they got in at the right time, right minute. But if you look at and think about all the things that they did wrong, like I know a person
Mhm.
that he looked into like penny stocks, and
Mhm.
he started making a couple bucks on it, and then he invested a lot, and then he lost a lot. So like
Mhm.
stories like that are actually more important to learn about because you can figure out what they did so you don't
Mhm.
make those similar type of mistakes. But
Yeah.
it's important to look at everything.
And another thing is too, you want to look at the stocks that pay dividends. That's
Yeah,
another thing. They pay quarterly dividends. So,
yeah,
the stocks aren't going to skyrocket, but they're pumping out money every quarter to you. So you can also look at those as well. Listen, you create your own portfolio. Again, we're
right.
not financial investors, but Jonathan and I learned, by reading, speaking to a lot of people and listening, and you absorb like a sponge. When you don't know something or you feel nervous about something, do some more research and speak to somebody on it to make sure you're on the right track. Listen, hopefully we're giving you some creative knowledge today. I ask you to hit that like button, subscribe, and thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Take care, everyone.
Take care, everyone.